Hi, I'm very worried about bills at the moment, but I also care passionately about climate change. So I decided to really go to insulate the house to save energy, to save heat. So I insulated our loft conversion and insulated around the walls with external wall insulation like this, and then I insulated underneath the floor just to wrap the whole house in a duvet of insulation, and then got the windows double glazed with little bits of trickle vents to make sure that there is controlled ventilation. And that has transformed the feeling of the house. It's much warmer and more pleasant, and the damp has disappeared. But it's also reduced our bills by nearly 50% during the winter time when we're not using anywhere near as much gas. So it's a win-win.
So we've insulated our house with expanded polystyrene, and that we chose to do because we were really trying to get our house off of the gas grid. And the only way we could really do that was by installing an air source heat pump. And in installing an air source heat pump, we really needed to make sure that our house wasn't losing any energy that we weren't actually using. So we put insulation around all of our walls, and we made a super insulated loft and just made sure that we had appropriate airflow that would be able to work throughout the house still to make sure that we didn't get damp unexpectedly. I did have a few concerns before we put the insulation on, principally that we might have to move our EV charger, but it turns out that we didn't have to move it, and even if we had, they just said that they would have used longer screws to get it back into the wall through the insulation.
I decided to thermally insulate with good curtains the bay window, and before doing that, because the rest of the room was being redecorated and reworked, I decided to have insulation, 70mm insulation to those bay window, principally on top of the already existing in the other walls.
We've put in new loft insulation with a raised floor above the insulation so that it doesn't get squashed, and we can store all our old boxes. We've also got free cavity wall insulation, which has made the house a lot warmer.
We insulated our house because we wanted to save money. We realized how much of energy is being wasted through the walls. So we decided to do external and internal insulation, but also we've done the roof insulation and underfloor, just to reduce the waste. It had massive impact on our bills. Starting from the project, before any work had been done in our house, we were paying huge amount of £220 per month. Later, when we were doing small changes in steps, when we changed the heaters, it reduced our bills to £160 per month. Then after insulating the house, the amount dropped to £70 per month. But when we installed solar panels, we actually started to earn money instead of spending it. I would say it's definitely zero carbon. So the house was upgraded from the lowest energy certificate level to the highest. At the moment we have A+.